Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2 of Edwin's Pack and Point series, and this time I have a letter that got sent to me from one of my subscribers, and he had a really good question. Before we get to that, so what is Pack and Point? This is where I just do just a quick short video, pretty lighthearted. I just go through a quick topic, and at the end of the video I open up a pack, and it could be anything like very old school all the way up to like Onslaught Mercadian masks, and you never really know what it's going to be until the end of the video. Don't skip ahead. So let's get to the question first. So this question came to me from Travis, and he said, "Greetings, Edwin. I am a blooming 93-94 old school Magic player and an avid follower of your videos." Thank you. "And I was hoping you could give me your opinion on something. So my typical budget allows for me to spend a couple $100 a month on cards. Obviously this is not nothing, but it makes things like affording the absolute top tier cards like the Lotus, etc. not too terribly feasible at the moment. That being said, I will have the opportunity to buy a single top tier card from Collector's Edition set without the Lotus. And I'm curious as to what you might suggest I buy. I sort of have it narrowed down to Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, Mox Ruby, or Chaos Orb plus some smaller stuff. Consider the condition to be the same across the board. Now I don't dislike playing on any of the 5 colors. If I'm forced to choose, red would be my easy choice for favorite color, which is why I went to the Mox Ruby. Blue might be last. So while I consider Ancestral Recall the most powerful cost to ratio card of the group, maybe in all of Magic, yeah, I fully agree. Ancestral Recall is absolutely the strongest card of Magic, in my opinion. Lotus is there, absolutely. But Lotus is a dead draw sometimes, and Ancestral is like almost always good. So while I consider Ancestral Recall might be the most powerful cost ratio card of all of Magic, and maybe Time Walk is second, I could only play with those cards if I was playing blue. So while a Mox Ruby could go into any deck, as would a Chaos Orb. You can consider the investment side if you would like to, but I am mostly asking about the general playability standpoint. Like, maybe I should always be at least splashing blue, particularly Time Walk or Ancestral. Any advice would be amazing. Thank you for your time, Travis." Okay, so that's a great question, actually, and I'm really glad that you made the separation between like investment and playability. In terms of investment, absolutely, I would have said hands down go for the Power 9 just a little while ago, or the Collector's Edition dual lands. At this moment, I think that those have already moved a lot. I don't think they're going to necessarily, the Collector's Edition, like the International and Collector's Edition and the English Collector's Edition, or US Collector's Edition I should say, for the power cards and the dual lands, I personally believe they've already done their move for the short period of time. I don't think they're going to have another big move up for a little while. But what I do think is going to move in the Collector's Edition is a lot of the smaller cards, because a lot of them can like disenchant, Lightning Bolt, Howling Mine, things like that aren't considered to be like as expensive of cards. I don't think they've moved as much, but I'll tell you what, man, when you get those cards in a sleeve, I mean, they look amazing. Like, I picked up a set of, actually, it's funny, I think I've got them sitting right over here. So this is my play set of Howling Mines. They're all Collector's Edition. They look like beta when they're in sleeves. I have some foreign black borders also. But when you're sitting there looking at these cards, I mean, they look amazing, and they're fun to cast, and I love them, absolutely. And I picked these ones up, in my estimation, just for nothing. I think they're way undervalued because they are incredibly rare. And they're starting to be allowed now in formats like Eternal Central. So if you were going for value for the Collector's Edition, I would say get the very playable cards that are not actually the big ones, because I think the big ones have moved. They're probably not, in my opinion, going to have like another big move soon. But I think all like the very playable Collector's Editions ones are at this moment very undervalued. Like Disenchant, Howling Mine, Lightning Bolt, Counterspell, things like that. Yeah, go get them, right? Absolutely. So that's the investment side. Now for the playability side, I think hands down, absolutely. I went straight to an answer when I saw your question. I would do Chaos Orb. Absolutely. And the reason is that Chaos Orb goes into any deck. I mean, I'm not sure if I've built a 93, 94 deck yet where Chaos Orb was not a good addition. I mean, it's like your get out of jail free card. It can blow any permanent off the table. It comes out really cheap. It blows up something really cheap. It has instant speed activation. It's just like, I mean, it can save you that disenchant. It can save you that lightning bolt for killing a creature. It can save you that shatter. I mean, it's just an incredible card, right? So yeah, hands down, I would absolutely get Chaos Orb before they move up even more. They're just as rare as Power 9 cards because they were only printed in Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, and then the Collector's Editions. And there are a lot of Chaos Orbs that are now gone from circulation, so you can make the case that they're even more rare than Power 9 cards. And in the format, tell you what, man, if I draw the Chaos Orb, I'm almost always happy to see it. And even like a Mox or a Lotus, or even a Soul Ring, a lot of times is not what I want to see. Early game, sure, but I love the Chaos Orb early game, and I even love it late game because it's such a powerful card. So, hands down, absolutely, I would get the Chaos Orb. And then I would probably mix in some of, like I was saying, the smaller cards for value, because if you have budget left over after buying that Chaos Orb, then get yourself a lot of very playable cards that are going to look amazing and then go up in value as well. In terms of the value of the Chaos Orb, I think it's done most of the moving it's going to do for a little bit, because I don't know if you follow my Instagram, but I was actually telling people to buy a Chaos Orb on my Instagram feed. I bought mine when the Unlimited was $130. I paid for it, and I bought my Beta for $500, and now it's like the Beta is like $3,000 and the Unlimited is like $800. So I've been telling people to buy Chaos Orbs. Like, go ahead and check my Instagram feed for like the last year, because I knew they were going to move. I think they have moved now, and they're probably going to, in my estimation, plateau off, because it's had such a rapid move up, and now that availability is gone, and so it seems like the market's kind of hit its price for a little bit. But I don't think they're done. I do think they're going to continue going up. So anyways, that's the answer I would absolutely give, hands down, for where you're at. So now, why don't we get to the pack? So, what do you guys think I'm going to choose? Is it going to be something real old? Are we going to do a revised and go for a dual land? Are we going to do an onslaught and try to go for a fetch or something? Last time I did a Renaissance pack, which is basically a 4-and-black Border Chronicles. But this time, you know what I'm going to go with? Boom! Alliances! Let's go for a Force of Will, or a Helm of Obedience, that'd be good, or a Thawing Glaciers, or, yeah, there's so many good cards in this Alliances set. So let's get right on up so you guys can see the pack. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Here we go. We're doing it. Oh, these ones are so hard to open safely. I don't want to damage the card. Oh, okay. First card. It is a Browse. There we go. It's actually a good card. I have definitely played with that index. Oh, and the Mox Monkey, for all of you that are familiar with it. This card wrecked me. The first game I ever played against Brian Weissman, we had mirror images of the deck, and he had a Mox Monkey in his, and he just destroyed me because he just blew up all my mana base. It was epic. Such a good card. Deadly Insect. A lot of years spent with that. And, oh, I think that actually might be the rare. Soul Grail. There we go. Look at that. And we get Awesome Presence, and the Astrolabe, and the Enslaved Scout, Wild Aether, Esther. Look at me, I can't even read. Phantasmal Fiend, and Casting of Bones, and Gorilla Berserkers, and the last one's Foresight. So that's what we got. We got the Soul Grail. I believe that's the rare, if I remember correctly. And I did play with these some. They're not fantastic, but they're something. So anyways, everybody, that was a Packin' Point. Thank you for the emails and the letters. And yeah, if you guys, please send me mails, send me messages. My email is listed right below in the description. And I love hearing from you guys. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Bye. Thank you.